The reflective practitioner understands why a focus on higher order thinking and higher order learning is important, because there are very, very significant differences between didactic models, instruction models of education, as opposed to critical models of learning. And the problem is these approaches confuse the acquisition of knowledge, which is essentially focused on memorization of content, with critical models of education which recognize acquiring knowledge which is intrinsically focused on critical thinking, higher order critical thought. And so we have to question, as reflective practitioners, what is the foundation of uncritically held assumptions? What lies behind uncritical foundations of thinking? One assumption is that we can think that students learn how to think only when they know what to think. This is a didactic approach to, this is a view that teaching is based on a didactic model rather than a critical thinking model. That knowledge can be given directly to students is another assumption that can be held by teachers, given directly to students without them having to think for themselves or work things out for themselves. And what this means is that students actually just acquiring knowledge without an understanding of how that knowledge has come to be. Another assumption is that the process of education, the process of learning, is based on students storing content in their head. This is what people like Paulo Freire have said is education as a banking process where knowledge is poured into students' heads. And another assumption that we can consider here is that the didactic model says that classrooms are places where students are working very quietly, where there is very little interaction between students, and this is evidence that they're learning something. And another assumption that we can think about in terms of this didactic model is that students acquire significant amounts of knowledge without having to seek it for themselves, without having to find it. And in this respect, therefore, the assumption is that the knowledge that's acquired is not valued by the student.